chalkboard, a desk, the homework, the books. The day begins and ends when the bells ring. For centuries now, this has defined what all of us think about school. We have come to believe that this is the one way that students will learn. And with that belief, we have taught all of our students in pretty much the exact same way.
Here's a classroom of today, and here's a class we used 150 years ago. Now ain't that a shame? In literally more than a century, nothing has changed. Yet you claim to prepare students for the future? Well, with evidence like that, I must ask, do you prepare students for the future or the past? Where one teacher stands in front of 20 kids, each one having different strengths, different needs, different gifts, different dreams, and you teach the same thing the same way?
In an effort to alleviate the effects of the Great Depression, passed the tariff bill, the Hawley Smoot.
The two systems end up
When does it break?
belonging to the bisimulation. And we say that two systems are bisimilar if and only if there exists a bisimulation between the two systems. I just give you one example. If you think of a program...
Here you might think that Robert is the only one to blame, that he's the only one responsible for his mediocre gain from the teaching.
Robert.
You know, the guy...
Oh, Robert. Well, he's one of our best students.
If we take a look at classrooms over the past 70 years, we're seeing the same types of classrooms and the same types of learning environments spanning up to 70 years.
I can't make any sense out of this. I might as well quit. Gee, you never even took up this third problem. It's a juke.
He's got me scared to death. I'll just never pass this course. What's the use of taking this stuff anyway? I'm afraid to take my paper home.
He's just a sour.
For as long as schools have existed, teachers have been the main source of knowledge in the classroom. Teachers are the gatekeepers for pretty much everything that happens in the classroom. We're in charge of everything that students do.
The idea of the human mind as originally an empty vessel or a blank slate has a long history dating back at least to Aristotle, who argued that the human intellect must be something like a blank writing tablet, able to receive the imprint of the ideas that come to be written on it.
Many of us have grown up learning through traditional methods. In this approach, teachers act as a sage on the stage, passing on information from a textbook to the students in a step-by-step process. Success is then measured in the student's ability to recite this information with a focus on reproducing one correct answer.
You know, schools were built for a time that really doesn't exist any longer. Schools were built for a time that said if you want to learn something, if you want to learn algebra or French or Shakespeare or whatever else, you have to be here at this particular time with this particular person, with other kids who are your age from your neighborhood to go through this curriculum at this pace and assessed in this particular way. Tell me, school, are you proud of the things you've done? Turning millions of people into robots, do you find that fun? Do you realize how many kids relate to that fish swimming upstream in class, never finding their gifts, thinking they are stupid, believing they are useless? Well, the time has come. No more excuses. I call school to the stand and accuse him of killing creativity, individuality, and being intellectually abusive.
students.
Also known as the blame the students approach to teaching, and is level 1 in John Biggs' 3 levels of thinking about teaching. A level 1 teacher is concerned with what students are. For him, the exam is a matter of sorting the good students from the bad. A level 2 teacher has the focus on the teacher and is concerned with what the teacher does. From this perspective, there are good teachers.
I made an animation yesterday, and you'll see the information in blue coming in here.
Bad teachers.
Of lemma 37b. Assuming that proposition 21g holds,
this perspective is all.
A teacher's role is not to disseminate information to students, and that students are the recipients of knowledge, and instead, the teacher's role is to have a dialogue with the students and help students construct their own thinking.
However, Robert is a different type of student. His goal is not to achieve understanding. In fact, Robert doesn't really care about the learning in itself. His goal at university is different. His goal is to get a piece of paper, a handshake from an important man he's right here, to pass exams, get a degree, and get a decent job. Robert is characterized by a preference for surface learning. He will only use higher cognitive processes if he really has to. He will cut any corner in achieving his goal with minimum effort.
So I'm sure you can all see that the familiar structure of a finite automaton can easily be interpreted as a